All right, July 16th, it is Thursday. Back in the stock market game. All right, let's take a look at the top gainers. IWMK, I don't know, there's some sort of buyout, I think. Is this one up? This flat line, that's usually buyout. BOXL had positive news. I think they're through educational, I believe, educational stuff. Let's see here. BOXL wins 2 tech learning awards of excellence. Excellence. So let's take a look at BOXL here. And here is the move. Look at this back here. All the way back in April. Didn't even realize this. This broke this channel. Came up, and look at the buy in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Incredible. The dip here, kept going. This move here was nice pre-market. Over 3 was a nice trade. This is way early at 4:15. And then this made a move 340. 370 was good to 440. Look at this. And this was a really good move. 3-minute here. We see a little pullback. That'll shake out most traders, but it is nothing because the 13's over 20 EMA. There's no shakeout. 440. So this was a very strong long. Trade idea says 23.7 million in float. So we'll see there. I mean, I don't know if that's right exactly. They're off sometimes, but this was a great long today. BKYI. This is another, I believe, educational. Let's see here. California's North Orange County Community College District, IOP, leading solution higher education. This is a very fast move this morning. They came back down support near 90 cents and then really grinded up and then got the 160 double top. Paid it. That was a nice long DGLY. It's 5 minutes. This is a really good chart because you have the 3 line right here. And then what do you close to, the 3 or 325? 3. So if I'm getting him in 3. 275 is my stop. And that's how you play it on that 3-minute. 275 could get in maybe here too. This is closer to here to here. Excuse me. So and then this moved up to 360, hammer candle, touched that 13 and kept going all the way to 425. So this is another nice long, the daily chart here. Big volume back in June, came back. Then look at this low volume, extremely low compared to these volumes. Look at 67 million today. So this held 250 very good here. ARC, interest, LGHL. Let's see what this is. LGHL. Lion Financial Group. Options trading platform in Hong Kong. So this had a quick move up 350 all the way to 7, back down to 5, up to 9, and then this is a great short. One of the guys online, Trade Like Mike, he has a YouTube and he has a chat room. He's a really great trader. He loves shorting stocks like this, and he killed it. He crushed this. So I saw his Twitter post, so if you're out there, Trade Like Mike is the man. Give him a subscribe or join his chat room. All right, so this was great. So you have here 550 all the way to 9, and it's faded. See, and this is a typical fade on these plays. Sometimes they're moving all pre-market. Pre-market is the very start of these moves. Not all of them, but a lot of them do this and they'll fade, and then they'll form the wick here. See this? This ain't a high wick. This was a colored wick, and it fell all the way back. Typical move there. Jill. This is very good. You had 805. I like to trade. Limit trades can be 7 a.m. and after. So anything before that's a little bit too crazy. There you go, 80 cents. Draw your line. And you have right over 90 cents. This is a nice candle all the way up, and then like 140, 150. On the 3-minute, you got over 80 cents. And then right there, 90 cents, even better in the 3-minute. So, and then this fade, this is a pyramid play. Front side up, downside, backside down. This is another pre-market. You have to get up pre-market, especially on low floats, because that's when they're making the moves. So it's all about the pre-market, these low floats. You have to get up. I'm on East Coast time, so I try to get up anywhere between 5 and 6 and try to look for them. HTBX over 160 all the way to 240. This was a nice long. And this has been a nice daily. March, April, May, pretty much held 50 cents and broke up. A lot of these times, these are nice long plays. They take a while, but you can see it held. And eventually, this exploded up. HMHC over 2 all the way to 270 to fade it. Pretty good long there. Verb, MTSL. Excuse me. And this wasn't bad over 195 to 210, and then this was a nice dip buy. This was a pretty good long, and this was a former mover back in May. And look how this is held here. 13 held it pretty strong every time. This has been a really great long. I never swing these long. It's too crazy, these penny stocks. Anything in hand, maybe like here. So what if you do? That's awesome. The FFN over 106, not bad at 124. iHeartMedia. So it wasn't a huge gainers list today. A lot of gainers, but probably about a handful. 5 of them really gave the most gains. There's Space. This was over 20. I called this before. It never moved. Now it finally moved. So there's Space. Let's take a look at the SPY. All right, SPY was down 135 today. S&P minus 10. Nasdaq minus 76. Small caps minus 18. VIX 27.99. Commodities, gold 17.95. Silver 19.49. Crude 40.72. So it was a kind of crazy day in the market, up and down. Bulls couldn't gain control. And we're still looking at this area here about 323. Now we're going to come back in here. We're very high up on stochastics, very overbought, but it can stay overbought as we see back in June. So we get some maybe stimulus news, vaccine news. This could go to 340 eventually. There's some sort of bad news. We'll probably drop down to 300 again. So we will see here. Nasdaq. So the big red candle dropped down, sort of chopping around now. It's staying up on stochastic, so really good long. Dow Jones. Just tried to fill this gap, but came back in the triangle now, the symmetrical triangle. We'll see what this does. Could even come back to 1320 MA. We'll see. So UDOW. UDOW has this gap to fill. Didn't get there yet, so let's see what happens here. SPXL. Just trying to give a 46.62. Oh, what is that? I'm sorry, it's 48.62. Very high on stochastic. See this? But there's no clear direction right now. We got that move up from here to here, then we'll see what happens if it keeps going. TNA. Sideways here, we broke out. It's got to get over 30. As this is above 13 EMA. Still watch for that 23.6 retracement level, 36.64. BOXL needs to get over 217. LAVU way up here. No interest up here. It's very high though. Nougat. We had this run back in June. You know, looks like maybe a flag here. We'll see. And then we go back up. So it's just sort of fading here. We need to get over 90 again. J Nug needs to get over here about 131, 131-ish. ERX. This is Energy Bulls. Caught in between here, 14 and 15. We'll see if it can keep going up there. It's very strong stochastics. It's very bullish that we'd have to cross hard down. Beefin, another one. This is very bullish. You have white over red on my stochastic. So unless this really slams down, this is broken out of this falling wedge and we should move higher. So, and it held at 13 nice today. Then, same things, caught in between. See the lower volume today? Inside day. Yesterday, much higher volume. That is very bullish. Nail's been on fire. This is way oversold now. This went from a run from 22.61 and now we're as high as 33.47. So I like a pullback. It's getting a little bit far away from the 13 EMA. So bullish chart overall. Still got to fill this gap. Almost near 40. So overall, this chart nails the home builders is extremely bullish. UVXY still caught in this range here about 28.79 all the way up to here. We came back down the last 3 days. VIX. The VIX is caught in between here. All these wicks. 27, 27. So, and this triangle, see if it breaks out or breaks down. Let's see if it's trying to break down. So we'll see on that. Excuse me. Tired as hell. This was SCL short oil crude. So, all right, let's take a look at the cyclicals. Some of the airlines, JetBlue inside day here. See, it didn't go down that far. Came down. This is a typical move. We'll see what happens after this. ALK, same type of pattern. HA, same pattern. So, all right, CUK. See, these are so tough. Look at these head fakes. Okay, green moving up, came back down. Red, green, red, green, red. Gap down, gapped up. But the overall, see, this is extremely bullish. So a lot of head fakes. So it's very tough to swing. Same thing with this. Look at this candle. This is a bullish candle. Then what do? They bring it right back down. Ugh. RCL, same pattern. See it inside. DCL going down. So that is tough to trade on them. Then this is another inside candle. This pattern has been seen millions of times. Green, red. We should come back with a strong green. If not, a red, then we break out. That should be the pattern. I've seen this thousands of times. When another one from green, red. This is back and forth, so very tough trading there. What else is there? The REITs. Slowly, this is like hovering along. IVR 350. All right, so we're getting very much mixed signals for cruise liners, the airliners, and the restaurants. everything, they're going back and forth. So they are being tough to trade right now. Like, let's go back to HA, Line Holdings. This is a clear breakout from this. And then you do this candle. This is completely void over red. So this is, to me, it's going to be a fake out candle. Even if it goes back again, it's a fake out. It's going to go up. So definitely still like this long. When you have a move like this, see this? The red is completely below the white. I'm thinking that's a fake out. So you had it here, here. But we're trying to get back over 1320 EMA. So we'll see on that. So that is it on that. So again, today we had some movers. Not a lot of great movers, probably about a handful, maybe 3 or 4 really good ones, maybe pre-market. The market's still very high up here at this point. So small caps really have nothing to do with that. But what are we doing here? We look like we double topped. Are we going to come back down again? There's got to be one way or another here. We can't step here for that almost chop. Keep going back to 300 or break out, depending on news. Right now, it's very iffy. Tough to swing here. I mean, that's extremely bullish. It's staying above for a long time here. So that is looking like that for now. So that is it for that. What are some other, let's look at the past movers. EQ. See when you have the first move, then it fades. This is a typical, and then sometimes they bounce back. Typical in stocks like this. WIMI. Same patterns. You notice the same patterns. PSV. It's fading all the way down. Watch this bounce at 1 or right here at about 86. This is a typical move on that. INMB. Another one low volume. Look at this going down. We'll see. Maybe that bounces. eCore. Another one, same pattern. So you'll notice these patterns. When you see these patterns, you'll notice them over and over. XRT. This wasn't bad. This stayed up today. This was right out of the gate, so, and then faded. I'm looking right now at my penny stocks. Alt. Let's take a look at alt. Alt had this move on the daily. Excuse me, this is the daily. Data back today. This has been on a good run all the way up to near 35-ish. So this is another one. You can always look. I have penny stocks up the most in the last 5 days. So you can bring them up. But see, the movers every day, there's so many movers. You don't even need to go back to them unless maybe you're shorting or, you know, there's going to be a bounce. Like, look at PSV. This is a huge volume, 100 million. This is 173 million. Then we're coming down. Look at the volume now. It's like 5 million, coming all the way back down. And I guarantee this makes some sort of bounce. I don't know if it's here or here. It always does. That's how these penny stocks work. Then they'll bounce again, then fade, or whatever. That is a typical pattern for them. That is common. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at BOXL again. Let's take a look at patterns here. Draw a line here. So you can see this all the way back to the 15th. Now, BOXL again, if you want to identify lines and numbers, volume, pre-market always has less volume. They'll use less size. So right here, you had 3. 3 is your line. 3 is a whole number, significant number. Anytime you have a quarter, like 50 cents, 3/4, and $1, it's extremely important. And then if you look here, you broke up. And then you watch where you go. on the breakout, you want to buy on the breakout unless you're getting in right early. That's where the break is. And then you're waiting for the next move, the next pattern. Let it go. It might go all the way up to here. And then watch it. It does here. It came back down. Okay, so you have another point of area to get in right here. But this one faded fast, is quick. That's the problem too in pre-market. They're going to throw off these weird candles. You have to get extremely early for me, unless it's a definite pattern you can recognize. You put these hammer candles in, and then it broke out here. So extremely, sometimes it's tough. You get stopped out. Jill was a better pattern because this followed the rules. That all stocks follow the rules. See, over 80, it was clean. Are you gonna buy 80 or 90? You wanna buy right here, it's closer to 80. That's what happened. Then it came in again. Let it make a pattern. There's the first stop. One came back in. And where's your next move? 90, maybe 95. Then shot up again. Now it's tough on you. I don't like to buy the immediate open like 9:30. I don't want to buy at 9:30 at all. It's the most volatile time. You want to give at least 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then this right here, see this wick? 110, 110. This didn't really have a huge move either way, like the wick. It's a pretty solid candle, but it's still very tough to play on the open. I don't like to trade the open. Then it's totally faded. So it's the pyramid play. So there's all different plays. There's a pyramid play. There's red to green. There is U shape. There is like L shape, V shape. There's all different patterns. So, all right, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, close it out. Please subscribe and like the channel. We will be producing more of these videos. Peace.